Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to Sight Candy for Monday, July 18th. Anthony, good to see you. Deanna, good to see you. Everybody watching out in YouTube land, welcome. Chris, welcome, man. Tell you what, I got to take pause a minute. Chris Rossetti has a show. It's the antidepressant of the day. And, buddy, I've missed your show, and I probably missed it. You're probably doing it at a different time, and I need to I got to figure that out because I enjoy Chris's show. If you guys aren't following him, do so because it's a blessing every day. And it's good stuff. But, guys, welcome to be here. I've been in a series that I was continuing all of last week, and we had a little bit of technical difficulties on Friday, so I apologize that. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay today, and I think we've got that kind of sorted out, but awesome. Thank you for that. Today I'm going to be going into our friends. Friends. What kind of value do we place on those friends? What's our balance between understanding deep friendship and shallow friendship? Now, most of us, no matter how you slice it, you've had people along the way in your life that, well, some are just deeper than others, right? And sometimes we hold on to shallow friends because we're trying to fill a void of some kind. One thing I'm going to talk about today is that, and I say this from my own life, I got friends that they're friends, but at one point they were my closest friends. And this was maybe 25 years ago. And as time goes on, sometimes you might drift apart from some people. Now, does that mean they're still not my friend? No, of course they are. But sometimes our lives just go in different directions, and that's life sometimes, you know. Now, I've lost a lot of family members in my life, and so a lot of my friends, they become my family. And it's interesting, though, that that family dynamic, that circle can change. But we got to be careful with what we attach to, you know. Sometimes, and I hear people doing it all the time. People will throw the term lightly. Say, oh, that's my bestie. Oh, we're besties. Okay? Probably you really aren't, but you're trying to fill that void of having that bestie because maybe your original bestie, well, got a little bit distant. But let's dive into this. Because let's face it, friendships, on the whole, are very complex dynamics, to say the least. It's become hard to identify our true friends from the non-friends sometimes. So what I'm hoping to do in this show today is I want to be able to maybe offer you some key points to consider that might actually help you uncover what your truth is about your social circle, the people that you're attached to. Marwan, welcome, man. Happy Monday. Calling someone a friend typically will comprise of one of three elements. The relationship must be long-lasting, it must be positive, and it must involve some cooperation or reciprocation, right? Now, if you remove one of these elements, then your friend may not be there for you when you need them. And being able to count on someone in a crisis or something, well, according to some researchers, that's one of the whole reasons we have friends in the first place. We want those people that we can lean on, be there with, support each other, have fun with, laugh, cry, do what we got to do, right? So how do we tell the difference between our deep friends and our shallow friends? Well, let's look at shallow friends a second. Shallow friendships. Usually there's a lack of communication, a lack of attention being paid to one another, not being there when each individual needs some social support, personal support, you know? Or maybe it's constant criticism, constant arguing, lack of understanding. Does that ring true for anybody in your world? I've had those people. And I had also the pleasure of going through that liberating experience of disconnection. Close that door. Because I don't want that. I've had people like, you know, I'll reach out and maybe trying to text every day, hey, how are you doing? How's your world? You know, you just get back nothing. Sometimes for a day. Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy. Yeah, everything's fine. How are you? You know, very just surface oriented. There's really no depth there. Well, that doesn't make you feel good, does it? But this also might be somebody that we've held on to for a really long time, so it's like, we're just used to it. That's just how they are. Yeah, they're busy. That's all right. But now let's look at Let's look at those people that really are there, the deep friendships. Now, usually those are the people that have that constant, frequent communication. I'm blessed to say I have those people. I have people that talk to me every day, without fail. And I know their world and they know my world. I know that they're busy. They've got a lot going on. They're dealing with stress, they're dealing with whatever, they're dealing with busy work lives or all those things. But you know what? They will take that few minutes. Hey, Trinity, hope you're having a blessed day, man. Just sending you a smile and a hug. That touches me. And I do the same thing to them. Hey, I'm just checking on you. I know today was going to be rough. Know that I'm here. Give me a call, Those things. That communication, when you really communicate with somebody because you're reaching out on your own or they're reaching out on their own and you stay in that realm, man, that's gold. That's golden. And then whenever you have that conversation, they pay full and undivided attention to you and you to them. So you have that mutual there, reciprocal attention. And then being there when each individual needs that support. I know that my close friends, my deep friends, they're there for me. If I'm having a bad day, rough day, if I'm feeling a little bit down, I can call them up. Hey, I just needed to hear your voice a minute. Just needed some positive. And they're there for me. And I do the same for them. And then also there's the praise and constructive criticism. I like being able to call Chris, dude, what an awesome job you're doing on your show, man. It is so awesome. I love the time you put in. I love the topics you bring up, and I love that. I love it. Pray, we support each other, we lift each other up. We lift each other up. If there's a problem, then we can sit down, we work through that problem together, right? Conversing to find a solution to whatever the issue is in each other's lives. Because we care. And there's that care, that compassion, that empathy. And then full understanding of the other person's emotions and needs. That kind of goes to what I was saying. Like I have my friends that I know what's happening in their life. Why? Because they communicate that to me. Because they can. They know that I'm going to listen. And they know that I actually care. I'm not going to be like, hey, Chris, what's going on? He's like, dude, I've had such a rough day. This is happening and that's happening. Oh, man, Chris, that sucks. Hey, man, let me tell you what's happening in my world. I jumping right over. Now, if that were to happen, Chris is not going to feel heard by me. And he's probably not going to feel like I really care much about everything he just said. Or the emotion that he's feeling in that moment. See? So when you look at things like that, that's when you start compiling this, what is your value scale? What's that value system? And where does a certain person fall in this realm? Where do they fall in this? It's important to understand that deep friendships have a powerful aspect to them because there are very few contexts in which more than one individual has such deep and intimate relations and connection with another. But see, when you have that, that's your keepers. The ones that stay with you for the majority of your life. The ones that are there through the good and the bad. The ones that are there and give you that reciprocal. These are the people whom you're unbelievably comfortable being around. Talking about whatever's on your mind. And it requires no effort to do that. These are the people that make you feel good after you hang out with them for a day or a night. Because you know that these individuals are essentially, they're like your family. Just like we were talking about before. Sometimes our friends become that. I've had friends who I grew up with, like I mentioned, all through my formative years. And then as time went on, poof, we kind of separate a little bit. And you have, or have most likely experienced the same thing in your life. And at first it's tough to come to terms with that aspect. But that's just part of just the experience of life. Some more friends turn into acquaintances and new friends maybe take their place. And they're still friends, of course, but there isn't the same quality of friendship that used to be there. It's still good. They're still good people. You just drifted. But see, sometimes for some people, this sudden gap or hole, that's what causes some to inaccurately start labeling. Oh yeah, this is my bestie. Well, it's your bestie for the idea of the bestie, you know, because you're trying to fill that space that maybe this other person that drifted apart used to have, you know. But don't ever force that. Don't force that bestie title. Don't force that aspect. That is definitely something you need to let that friendship form naturally. Let it form naturally. Don't try to put in all of the all the dots and everything else in there. So in closing out this article portion anyway, and then I want to share something else with you on this topic, but here's three things I want you to think about. How can you cultivate those deeper friendships? Well, number one, be honest. This is a sign of strength and confidence, and it's also you being vulnerable, which, contrary to belief, is a sign of strength and not weakness in this case. Number two, don't be afraid to get out there and meet some new people. I mean, after all, we all start as strangers, right? We never know when we might spark a great connect with just another person that we allow ourselves to open up to. And then you can form those connections on various levels. It's great. It's awesome. I've met some amazing people who have become good friends. Are they my besties at this point? No. But they're very good friends, and I love having them in my life. But I only met those people because I let myself open up to meet other people, meet new people, form those new connections. And number three, and I love this, I use this a lot, become a farmer. Growing a friendship requires planting the seed, just as is with love, trust, respect. Don't be scared to plant some new seeds and get your hands dirty a little bit. Get in there, till your garden up, you know? Build something and plant something that's going to be beautiful in your world, you know? Our friends are needed. They are our support, our laughter, our common sense sometimes, our company, our extended family. Guys, we need each other. Human beings were not designed to be reclused, to be alone, to be separated from everybody else. We were not designed that way. We're meant to have connectivity. We are meant to be in each other's lives. We are meant to communicate with each other. We are meant to experience emotions in life. We are meant to explore things together. We weren't built as just to be singular, alone, and by yourself. You know, and in this series, we've talked so much about relationships itself. I mean, the bad ones, the toxic ones, all of these things. But one of the things when it comes to our friendships today, and I know you guys get tired of hearing this probably, but I'm going to say it again. Society today and mentality today has taken on a very shallow, surface-oriented value system. Where's our depth? Technology is great. Technology has offered us some amazing things, you know, and it just keeps getting more and more and more and more and more every day, every year, you know. But your relationship, for most people, their relationship is with their phone. It's not really with the person or people on the other end. It's with your phone. It's with an aspect. It's with a platform. It's with an app. It's not going to do it. And you know, I challenge people sometimes. I do this a lot, actually. I challenge my patients a lot of times in therapy. I will have them. You're not allowed to be on any app. Not Facebook, not Instagram, not Twitter. You get off of everything. The only thing that should be functioning on your phone is a text and a phone call. And with that being the case, how many of your social circle contact you in that 24 hours to say hello, check on you, call you on the phone? It's really good test. It's very interesting. I've done that on occasion in my own world. I'll kill everything except for just the vitals, right? But you know what? Now, this wasn't the case always. This is my case now. I know the people that are gonna reach out, and they do. And it's a small number. Don't get me wrong. I don't have 20 people blowing me up every day, but I've got my few that are like my family, and I know that I can count on them. And that test works. And you should try that sometime. Just see who in your world, in your social world, who in your friendship circle are really your deep friends, or who are your shallow friends. And strive to plant those seeds for the deep friendships. Guys, I appreciate you so much. And I love you being here. And thank you so much for coming into these Psych Candy shows. The whole point behind Psych Candy was this: to bring you morsels for your mind, for your life, and for love. And that's what I hope to achieve. I hope that each show is a seed that I get to plant into your world, and you guys being here, and sometimes you'll come up and share your stories, and that's you planting into my world. And I love it. So I appreciate you guys. Please join me back here tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Tomorrow we are going to be talking about the aspect and impact of emotional abuse with sometimes those taco. Be here, join me for that. Until then, I hope your week has started off awesome and lovely. I hope your Monday is great. Be blessed, be healthy, and most importantly, be you. Thank you, everybody.